Hey everyone, so today I have a quick tips and tricks video for you and I'm so excited to share it with you. This video is going to be on bronzer and the different kinds of bronzer and the different ways to apply it and everything like that. So I do want to start off by saying that I am not a professional makeup artist in any way, shape, or form. I am just going to share with you the tips that I have learned throughout my several years of watching videos online. So I have no experience in school or training or anything like that. This is just kind of my knowledge sharing with you because I do know bronzer is one of the more tricky products to learn to apply because it's not as straightforward as some of the other products. Like lipstick obviously just goes on your lips. But bronzer, you're kind of given this product that's like doesn't match your skin color, and it's like, here, put this on and transform your face with it a little bit. And that's kind of a lot. Like, if you don't know what you're doing and they just hand you like this dark powder, or like you're in a store and like, oh, I really want to get some bronzer, like, what are you going to do? There's like 50 different bronzers, kind of a thing. So, and especially in drugstores, I know it's hard because there's no like consultants usually, or like someone to be like, oh, like, let me help you pick out a bronzer. So I will hopefully help clear up some of the confusion if you have any. About bronzers in general and how to apply them and different brushes you can use and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and start with just a kind of lighter tone that goes all over your face to like warm it up, and I have two of those. The first one I have is the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer in Sunlight, and it looks like this, and it's a really pretty color, and I like to apply this one with just a big fluffy brush and like just swirl it in and then just kind of do the 3E motion. Okay, so if you guys don't know what this is, it's basically down the hairline, under the jawline, through this point. So if you make a fish face, where your face indents right there, and then buff it back out and go to a 3. So it would kind of look like this. This, and then this. Kind of like that. And so then on this side, it's like this, and then this. And I like to focus it there, and then I'll kind of feather it in just very, very lightly. And my trick with bronzer is start with a little bit, and it can always get darker, but it's a lot harder to blend it out if you put too much on than it is just to dip your brush in one more time and add it. So that's how I use this one. And then there's another one that I have that I use the same way pretty much, and it's the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. And I'm sure you guys have heard about this. This is a very, very well-known product here on YouTube. And it's really cute. It has a little sun on it. But this one is a little bit more like orangey toned, and it's a little bit lighter than the Rimmel one. But again, I'll just take my brush, dip it in like this, and just kind of buff it around my face. And it just like really warms up my skin tone, but I like to keep it on the outside of my face mostly, but definitely another trick I have is really make sure that you blend it all the way down your jawline through your neck, because that way you're not having any like sharp lines here. Same thing with foundation. That's one of my ultimate makeup pet peeves, is when people have this sharp makeup line right there. Like, I don't think that looks good at all. Alright, so those are like my first kind of bronzers. This next one I have is a matte bronzer, but it's also considered like a contour, and it is the Revlon Photoready Bronzed and Chic. And this is the one with the 4 different like sections, and it has like a lightest one, a medium one, another medium one, and the darkest one right here. So they go like that. And I like to use this with one of two brushes. The one that I use every day, so this is the everyday bronzer that I use, this one. And I use the top 2 shades mixed together with a little bit of the 3rd shade. And I use it on an angled contour brush. Can you guys see that? I feel like my light is like really close, and so I don't know if you guys can see that. And basically what I do is I just dip it in these 2 shades mostly, and then up there a little bit. And I suck in and kind of angle off here. And that's why I really like the angled brush like this, because if I go like this, it really defines this area nicely. And then I also like to do the jawline a little bit like this, and then up, and then just kind of buff it again in the 3E. When using something for more of a contour purpose, I do apply it a little bit more heavily, but still nothing fake looking, but just to give my face a little bit more definition. Another brush option would be like a fluffy domed brush. This is considered a contour brush. This one was an angled contour. This is just a contour brush. This one is from Real Techniques, and it came in the face set, and it's just like this little kind of like ball. Kind of reminds me of like a fluffy little like snowball or something, I don't know. And this one's a lot thinner. So I don't prefer to use this brush as much because I prefer the very natural look, and I find the bigger the brush, the more natural I can get, because I'm not like concentrating product and like drawing a line. I feel like I'm buffing it out a little bit more, but totally this brush is not so small that like you could never do that. You could totally get a good line going and like buff it and everything. It just takes a little bit more time, but there is a possibility that the end product is better depending on the look that you're going for. So this is another option, brush-wise, for a kind of more contour powder. If I'm looking for a straight up contour, sorry, I can't get this open. I just did my nails and I don't want to ruin them. I'll use this shade right here mixed with this shade right here. So this is the darkest shade and this is the second darkest shade. And if I focus on those two more, I can get a darker powder going, which will contour my face a little bit more dramatically. So it really depends on the look you're going for. More natural, the most natural is definitely going to be one of your lighter powders with a big fluffy brush and just kind of warming up your face, but again, staying like on the outside. For the most dramatic look is probably going to be something like one of these darker colors with a smaller brush and really getting in there, and then just kind of lightly buffing it out in circles like this. And then the last kind of bronzer that I'm going to go over is one with shimmer in it. So all three of those were matte, but this one I'm going to show you has shimmer in it, and this is called the Park Avenue Princess from Tarte, and it's an Amazonian clay bronzer. And this is a sample size, but I really like it. So it comes in this cute little case, and so does the full size. And then it just kind of has a little bit of the product here, and I use this a ton, and it's like still completely full, which is great. Well, not completely full, but like, you know. And then this one is definitely, you're going to be able to see that. Yeah. I mean, there's product there. And, you know, this is really dark for me right now just because it's not summer anymore, and I've pretty much lost all of my color. I have bronzer on my finger, and I don't know where to put it. Oh my gosh, why do I have such a hard time opening these things? It's a little bit dark for me now just because I've lost a lot of my summer color, but I still think it's a really, really nice bronzer. I prefer to use this one kind of the same way. I will apply it with a brush like this and just kind of like twirl it in it and then just kind of lightly buff it just because it does have some sheen to it. It gives you like a natural glow. Like there's no crazy disco ball shimmer going on, but I think this is a really good product to warm up the face color-wise as well as finish-wise. If your face is all very matte, which mine most of the time is because I have crazy oily skin, this kind of a brush really executes this product really well. Like I feel like these go really, really well together. So those are my tips and tricks for you guys on how I use bronzers. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you are all having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.